Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Hearts of Iron 4, continuing on with my Make Love Not War series. And although the air war is going quite well at the moment, I've just loaded in a save file, so we don't see any of the colors for the air superiority, but currently I am doing pretty well, and I think I should have air superiority to most areas, but I think I realized that I don't think I've been producing as many planes as I think I'm producing. I think I'm producing a lot, but really, in the scope of things, considering that my focus should be more about that maybe I'm not producing enough. So, one thing I would very much like to do is produce less tanks, and I'm going to do that as soon as this production ends. So, rather than having an infinite number, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make this last bit be it, and hopefully that will complete. And then what I'm going to do is come in here to production. And I'm going to start turning down production in some areas. So I think I'm going to bring down light tank. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to stop light tank production altogether. So I'm going to convert this. Actually, I don't know if I can do that. So I was hoping I could convert it into air power, but I don't think it works that way. So I'm going to turn this entirely off. Done with that. Artillery, I'm going to bring down. At least, I'm sorry, the anti-tank. Medium tanks, I'm going to continue because we do need them. Heavy tanks, I'm going to continue. Cut back a little bit over here. Cut back over here pretty massively. And naval bombers I'll continue for now because they are being used. Alright. Now, with what factories I have, I'm going to go ahead and start a new fighter production. And I'm going to go ahead and go with... Wow, we don't really have that much air power. I would have assumed we would have gotten more with how many fighters we've been knocking out of the sky and all that. We do anything with this variant? Probably not with what... Well, engine doesn't seem to cost me that much. But you know what? Nah, we're not going to. So I'm going to do a... new jet fighter, right? And I'm going to produce as many of these as I have factories to produce it. Like we can get away with 4 more. So that's almost a full boat here. Now I do have some damaged factories. I'm also going to bring that all the way up to the top. So it's being prioritized above a lot of other things. And if I get another factory, I probably... increase that production. I don't know if there's anything else that I can really cut back on. Maybe support equipment I can cut back on. We can get another factory producing there. And then maybe another one here as well. Okay. Now that we have that in order, we're going to start running out of the normal fighters. But I think eventually we're going to phase them out of existence and just use the jets for the meantime. In any case, that's the idea. And I think I'm going to move back into Africa and keep an eye on what's going on over here. They're here. So, I believe we're pushing into these territories. Yes, we are. But we have some troops that are trying to prevent that move. And I would like my tanks to follow up with this move and get in here. So we can attempt to push. You know what? I think that move is not what I want to do. Instead, this might not seem intelligent, but instead I'm going to come over here. This is rougher ground, but I have a feeling we're going to get bogged down if I try and advance here. This is the more obvious route. But these guys can bog me down. Now I'm going to try and stop them from being able to do that by moving a lot of things into that area here, seeing if we can attack. Another thing I'm going to do, I'm kind of getting frustrated with the AI. I'm just going to delete this order because the AI is not really doing it anyway, and it's frustrating me. So I'll just take charge here from here on out. All right. We managed to bog these guys down. These guys will be coming in. All right. Now, there are some units here. Hopefully there's not too many, because that would frustrate my move with the tanks. And maybe I made a poor decision here with the tanks. Okay, we got something going on. Missing equipment production, light tanks. Yeah, I'm aware of that. But the plan here is, I don't think I'm currently researching, but the next time I get a chance to research, I'm going to research the next level of medium tanks. And we're going to probably phase out light tanks altogether. As a matter of fact, I can do that now. So let's go to tanks. Let's edit. And I'm just going to go ahead and phase out light tanks altogether from my tank divisions. And we're going to go ahead and replace them with medium tanks, as that's kind of older tech anyway. And how is the air campaign going? Okay, so we're continuing to win here. But we've lost a lot of fighters to make that happen. Now, we don't have much resistance here, so I'm thinking what I would like to do is actually bring back some of my fighters and have them go into the English Channel. Yeah, I think the jet fighter can handle it over here because there's only, what, 20 fighters right now? Now, that may change. We'll just have to see. Okay. I'm going kind of at a slower speed, I realize, so maybe I should speed things up. Oh, and another thing I'm going to want to do here is check on my paratroopers. Okay, there they are. All right, so they're not quite ready organization-wise. Another thing is, if we do a landing... All right, first off, let's see what kind of landing they can do. All right, so I'm going to want a paratroop mission from here. Oh, wow, look at all that territory I can cover. Now, I'm going to want to be able to capture a port, but I'm going to assume that ports will be defended. So maybe I go for here and see if I can capture a port from this territory. Yeah, let's see how we do that. Because I discovered with the Malta landing, you don't actually want to land on enemy troops, as that's bad because your guys land with pretty much no organization at all. Now, that might be a bad move, though, if they land and lack of supply prevents them from getting organization because they're not going to be at a port. And before I actually have them do that move, I think I'm going to back them up with a naval invasion. So I'm going to move, and we're going to want a naval invasion across here probably. So I'm going to move strategically this army over here. And then we also want, I'm going to take the Parisian army here. And I'm going to make them their own army. As a matter of fact, the easier way to do this is come back over here. And the units that are over here are going to join the purple army instead of the whatever color that is. Okay. Now that we've done that, this army over here, which, you know what, we can reincorporate into the west, is going to come up, and I think we had the one army go here, so we'll have the other army go here. And we'll plan for a naval invasion to back up the paratroopers. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, so how's the air campaign going? So far, so good. We're still managing to hold out. Now, what I might do is if ever I get a chance I may get rid of some small fighter groups and add in more jet fighters, but right now it looks like we are producing as much as we can use. And that new assembly line is really not producing all that quickly because the efficiency hasn't come up yet, which will probably take time. Another thing I'm noticing is we need more tungsten. So I'll need to address that immediately, which we can get from Portugal or the Siamese Empire. Either one will work. Okay. And another issue I'm having is the rockets. They're not getting updated, are they? It's kind of frustrating. It seems like these ones got the newer rockets, but that's because this is one of the newer constructions. And I wonder... It doesn't appear it's possible. Ah, okay, no, they are getting newer rockets. As I can see there. Okay. So I'm going to have to wait until these get entirely replaced. I don't know how long that takes, though. It's kind of not really certain. Oh, another thing I should probably take a look at is... I'll let time tick while I do this. Is just all the naval encounters we've had. Okay, we've got an ace pilot. That's good. All right, I don't know what these encounters are all about. It's telling me nothing here. We did manage to kill a light cruiser, though, so that's good. And it looks like we're still doing pretty good here. All right, so... I guess these guys have arrived. So let's go ahead and start plans. All right. So if I do a naval invasion, it will take a lot of time to set up. But that might be the right call. So what I'm going to do, I'll do a naval invasion. And we'll go from this port. And we'll go into here. And, you know, now that I think about this, I probably need to have set up convoys. And I haven't really thought about that. So let's go in here. And... Okay, so we're building this battleship. Speaking of battleships and submarines, I'm going to have to add those into the fleets. Okay, so anyway, let's reduce the submarine production here drastically. Let's go to that, and then bring back the destroyer fleet as well. Okay, so that gives me a bunch of docks to work with, and I'm going to start building convoys. Many as I can. Okay. Let's bring back the submarines still more. And the destroyers still more. And we'll add in 4. There we go. That's good. Anything resource-wise short? Doesn't look like it. Anything that probably improved the situation. Okay. Submarines. You go ahead and add in this fleet. You know what? Add the English Channel to your missions. And then we need the Kriegsmarine, which is going to merge with this. And you know what? I'm feeling confident enough. I'm not sure if I'm ready to send them into the English Channel too. But you know what? We'll go ahead. Hopefully the air superiority will help in that regard. I mean, there still are some planes over there, but so far so good. Okay, now that we have all that stuff done, we'll go ahead and allow the naval invasions and... Oh, there was the other one I needed to set up. Okay, so we've got that naval invasion. And these guys are still moving, so we're going to have to wait for that. Did I strategically move them? I don't think I did. Okay, so let's try that again. Strategically move to over here. There we go. That's better. That's why they're not there yet. Okay. And come back down to the south. Okay, so it looks like I'm making good ground over here. Might as well have the mountain division come in and help. And what's going on over here? Oh, did we win these fights? Oh, it looks like we did. Okay. Good news. And we're not going to be likely... Okay, you guys can just stay where you are. We're not likely to be able to beat these guys just yet. But let's continue. Alright, so we've got some resistance for a move. But, you know, the good thing is, as long as they're resisting me over here, they're not resisting me over here, and we can make a bid on the capital. I have to go through mountains, which is not great. But I don't think there's a way to avoid that if we really want to be able to... Ooh, these guys are really having to fight against a lot of divisions. How many is that in total? Okay, so 6 on 6. Okay, so that's not too bad. Hopefully we're going to have things coming soon. And I'm working on the infrastructure. How's the supply situation? Okay, it's improving. All right, let's continue. More divisions should show up in here. As a matter of fact, whatever division's moving over here needs to move over here instead. I think I have some divisions moving over here, so we should have distance coming. All right, there we go. These guys need to then go in, get that capital. Okay, something's going on in the English Channel. Let's go take a look at that. Matter of fact, I can just jump there quickly if we do that. Okay, so we're engaging. All right, what's going on over here? We've got a British submarine engaging my fleet with the help of planes. Okay, let's see how the channel fighting has been going. Okay, so we've got some fighters that we're engaging. And nothing here, so we're building up the jet fighters nicely. Yeah, I know. I know we don't have that. I should have removed it, didn't I? Oops. You know what? Maybe I didn't save the edit. There we go. That's what I didn't do. Okay, medium tank. Save. There we go. Now that message should go away. Okay. Well, it looks like the air fighting is continuing. Ooh, we actually have information here about some troops. So that lets me know that they're definitely in Dover, so that's a bad plan there. Maybe we'll get some more intel here with the Navy, which will really help, actually. As a matter of fact, that might be required for the naval invasion anyway, so... it's good to get it going while it is. Oh, and also, can I do the naval invasion setup for this army? Yes. Okay, so purple. Which is where? Okay. They're part of the South group, or you're not part of the South group anymore. Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and set up the naval invasion. And you're coming from here, and you're going to... I don't know if I want to attack the port here directly or not. Matter of fact, I'm starting to wonder about this move. We'll attack next to the port rather than on the port with this group. This is a bigger group, so we can spread out faster if they manage to get ground. All right, well, any case. I almost wonder, can they do more than one of those? Oh, you know what? I bet you they could. I could probably split them in half and have half of them go somewhere else. You know what? We'll do that. Split in half. Naval. There. And... you are going to go... Oh, okay, it doesn't work that way. Okay. Probably I need a new port to be able to do a second invasion, which is fine. I'm fine with that. Also, I think it's time that I add some paratroop units to the training in case we need more paratroopers later. Okay, well, I'm pretty happy with that situation. We're good on resources. Okay, let's go back to... how many days is this going to take? 84 and 38. Okay. It's going to take a while. I am losing fighters, that's for sure. And I don't think I have the ability to get jet fighters yet. No, okay. And how is the production? I'm sure not much improved. Yeah, so we're producing 3.6 a week. Maximum would be 4 a day. A little over. All right, well, let's continue with the attack in the African campaign. As we do have the ability to maybe get the capital here if we're quick about it. Oh, they're trying to stop me here. I'm going to go ahead and push here. Just to give them something to think about. And you guys are going to try and pin these guys down. And we managed to succeed here, but the move's taken a while to get in there. So we can't use the troops just yet. Alright. Got another ace pilot. Every so often I'm going to check on the fighters just to make sure that they're not losing or anything. Oh, okay. I was just wanting to see what air wing was not having a mission. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, that's not good. Okay, so we're encountering some resistance, it looks like. Pretty significant. Alright, because we're not encountering any resistance here, I figure we take the jet fighter and move it over to the English Channel. And we'll have to keep an eye on this, because this is not looking good. As a matter of fact, I'm going to change the heavy fighters to interception roles. Because there's a lot of bombers going on right now. I wonder if that was in response to me having ships in the area. Alright, well, we'll have to see how this how that situation changes. Right now, the important bit is that we move on the capital. And so far, so good. Alright. Managed to take it. Okay. We lost one of our aces. Which is not good. Alright, well, I just took their capital. Let's take a look at the war here, South Africa. There. Okay, so they have one other city that I'm aware of, which is down in Cape Town. Rushing for Cape Town is going to be tough, but what I figure would be a good idea is if we take 2 divisions and we run for the port here. Because if we manage to get to the port, we'll get access to supplies, which will be fantastic. And it looks like I got a bunch of factories, so I figure with those factories, we might as well produce some more planes. So we're going to go ahead and go on with some more jet fighters. And we're going to bring that up to the top. And I'll move some things around here in a second. Okay, like so. And we're just going to give this thing as many factories as I can spare. Alright. So that's looking good. I may need some tungsten. Take a look at that. Yeah, I need more tungsten. Okay, so tungsten. Let's get some from the Siamese Empire. Okay. And let's see how our naval combat has been going. So I managed to lose one of my light cruisers, but they lost a lot of bombers in the process. We killed some convoys. Had a fight there. Okay, so how's the air campaign going now? Alright, so we have continued to lose significant fighters. I might want to pull out at this point. This puts my naval invasion plan on hold, but I would rather get planes in production and ready to go rather than lose them all now when we can't do the invasion. So it's been fun, but I think we have to call them off. And definitely, we've had to have hurt them. Seriously. But maybe I didn't account for how much production they had. Okay. So, we're just going to wait. As a matter of fact, I'm going to have to cancel the presence of some of these fleets. Oh. Didn't I send the submarines over here? I could have swore I did that. Or did I already... Maybe I didn't cancel the Grease Marine. There we go. Alright. So we might lose some more ships on the way back because I'm not going to have any air coverage. But hopefully it's not too bad. We have a combat with the battle cruiser here. Alright, well, so that wasn't a good development for sure. We've got some more resistance, but... Alright, we can focus on what's going on over here then. And we're gonna... I think we're getting attacked here by planes. Yeah, we just lost a submarine. Yeah, I might lose some ships here. Okay, also... I want to grab some of these fighters. Oops. And have them do air superiority missions, just, you know, as a precaution. In case they try and bomb the areas. So we also need this group here. And we'll grab this heavy fighter group. And this fighter group. Okay. We've got a little bit of missions going on in case anything happens. Otherwise, we're just going to hold off. I'm kind of disappointed with that outcome, but I think I just need to get production up. I think I overestimated how good my production was. And have these guys move in here. I mean, those guys are moving there. Okay. And we may be able to rush. Oh, actually, there's 2 towns down here. We may be able to rush for capturing the cities. Oh, you know what? Let's get our motorized troops in there. They're definitely pulling troops in here. Hoping we can help out here. Alright, well, they've definitely drawn troops away from here, so let's see if we can make ground. Should be able to 3-prong attack this area. Okay. Wow. Really? No, when I tell you to do something, you do it. Or you don't. Whatever. Fine. Alright, we need to beat this guy. So we can get to that port. Which is right there. You guys are on your way. Alright. What's the supply situation? It's actually much better over here. So the troops that are over here are much better off. All right. Well, anyway. These guys should be coming down there. Okay, good. All we need to do is beat this one guy and then get in here. It'll be golden. Perfect. Okay. You're already on your way. How about you come over here? And you come over here. We'll see about wiping out this division. We need that port. Wow, really? Alright, they're putting up quite a fight there. I get that they've got 42 divisions, so I guess that's not too surprising. Okay. You go that way. Got the port. Which is good news. That should really improve supply situation. Oh, this is all red again. What the heck? If I manage to get my troops down into this area, though, they'll be better off supply-wise. And I'm actually tempted to do that. So, you're up here. And that includes you. So all these guys. Strategically redeploy. And I don't know exactly where the cutoff is, but I'll move them into here. I should keep them out of fighting. We'll just get out of this bad supply area, which is up here. Okay. Looks like it'll let me retreat into this zone. Okay. In any case, I think this is a good point to put a cut in the video. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner signing out.